Hey guys, it's Red Lark here, and basically I'm just gonna be doing a dub of what I'm trying to do with Hackclaw.
Engage immediately and assist Allied forces in
So this is
guarding
the
the
start of the
objective.
game, and so some tips that I need to do with Hackclaw is
Blinding them!
just put my flash ahead of me so that it scouts. As a recon character, you want to always be setting down beacons and checking corners.
The enemy is attacking objective Bravo 1.
And especially with Hackclaw, you need to have a gun that has good DPS, but also with good ADS time. You just saw me do some knife throws, one missed, one hit,
The enemy has taken objective
and
Bravo 1.
you see that I'm always trying to use the cover to my advantage. If I get shot, I duck behind cover, or if there's an enemy, I try to always keep moving, so it's hard for them to hit me. I see that there's a whole bunch of people, and I try to flash, but it bounces off the barrier.
The enemy has taken
I'm
objective
checking
Bravo
corners and making sure that everything is alright.
2. Decoding enemy signals! Hostiles detected!
And here's when it gets interesting. So I'm trying to see where the lines are after every single pulse, making sure I get my headshots in. And even though I miss a whole mag, I can estimate where they're gonna come and when they're gonna come.
Allied forces are attacking objective Bravo 2.
So I knew that flash somewhere up there, so I knew where to go. If you see the flash drone flash in a certain direction, that's the general direction of where the enemy will be.
The enemy has 80% of their forces left and is still strong, but we must hold this sector.
I don't know what that was.
Combatants in objective Bravo 2 have been eliminated. The enemy has taken objective
I'm just
Bravo 1.
replenishing my ammo and supplies. And I was so confused, I thought those were my teammates, so I didn't realize that until I killed them.
Blinding them!
If you're unsure if
an
enemy is around the corner, just use your flash every 40 seconds.
Objective Bravo 2 was captured by enemy forces. Enemy tank! Stay frosty!
And as you see, I'm moving around, just trying to make sure the horizon.
The enemy has taken objective Bravo 1.
And that's our first death. So as we respawn, I really don't have any tips or tricks when it comes to settings. I died again. But because I believe that you should just play on your own settings. For me, I don't dive because my playstyle is always going prone every single time I shoot somebody, so it's harder for them to hit. I like to hold down places and patrol certain area. This was a bad revive by me. What? Yeah. I like to hold down places and patrol. And it's different from camping. You're staying in one spot, but you're also going to other places where most likely the enemy will be, so you can be
Allied forces are engaging at objective Bravo 1.
thought I could get him, but my gun overheated, so
Our forces have taken full
that was
control
unfortunate.
of objective Bravo 2.
So I see on the map and I try to see if there's a vehicle. There's not a vehicle, so I just go to the one that's closest to us, B2 in this case, instead of Hail Mary. You see how I got a hit marker there?
The enemy has taken objective Bravo 2.
The knife is interesting. It doesn't have to hit directly on the device to get it hacked. Essentially, if you hear the beep, when you hear the beep, that's exactly when it starts like hacking. So you saw when, I'm gonna die here, but you saw exactly when the assault vehicle ran over my knife. As soon as it beeped, it hacked the device. So that's how that works. So I'm always making sure to use my respawns and respawn beacons. Obviously it's pretty poor right now, but yeah. I don't know how many deaths, maybe like 5, 6.
Objective Bravo 2.
And this is where I start to cook. I'm old. I'm too old to say that. I shouldn't say that. So I know my hit markers flash people, so I stay wary of where people might be. That was a bad revive again on me, because I should have known that those hit markers were there, and I shouldn't have blatantly tried to revive my teammate.
Stop them from taking this sector at all costs. There's nowhere to retreat to. Do not let this sector fall.
I place respawn beacons at the point, even though it sounds counterintuitive. Just because sometimes if somebody is taking, in this case, C2, if the opponent is taking C2, you don't spawn in C2 when you try to respawn there. You like spawn outside of it. So having a beacon there helps you be on point as soon as possible. So this is a really great advantageous spot for me, and I try to use cover as much as possible. I'm peeking, reloading in cover, and trying to use my knife as much as possible. So right here I'm just trying to get the ammo.
Blinding them!
I knew there was a person right behind the tank, but I didn't. I'm just burst firing, can I tap that guy? So as you can see in this part right here, every single time I shoot, I try to strafe behind cover.
Requesting artillery barrage.
And if I see multiple enemies, I try to single out one, so I only see one in my screen while I try to go into cover, and then I can see what I want. Fire in the direction of where they are. Had a repeat. Nice knife kill. I'll leave the gun build in the description if you want to check it out.
Smoke barrage ready.
Yeah, so like I said before, change your settings to what you want to play. So, yes, I like to push, yes, I like to hold down places, but I don't necessarily like the movement so erratic when it comes to diving. So I like peeking around corners and and yeah. Um. Yeah. So this part right here, you can shoot while being out of
Objective
bounds,
Charlie
which is
2 was
interesting. I used to
captured
play
by
Apex,
enemy
and you weren't able to
forces.
shoot while you're out of bounds. Kind of.
Allied forces are engaging at objective Charlie
But
2.
when you're out of bounds,
Enemy signals!
don't be so predictable. Like I've been going around this corner for so long that I went on the other side just to mix it up a bit. Catch people off guard.
Enemy located!
Allied forces are engaging at objective
So I know
Charlie
somebody was
2.
shooting me from the hallway, so I was setting my flash out. I just pre-aimed a spot that
The
multiple
enemy is more
keys.
than halfway defeated. Keep guarding the sector.
And this is where I failed. Because I should have known there were people at C2.
Allied forces are attacking objective Charlie 2.
Okay, this is the second half, and the second half is when it gets a little bit more intense. Just because of the time limit and the opponent being able to get as much bases. So I hear people from the left, but I don't see them, and my flash isn't picking them up. I see that he went behind cover, so I switched to the other guy.
Roger that. Objective barrage incoming.
Rush, knew that guy was over there, so
Allied forces are engaging at objective Charlie 2. The situation is critical.
see, this is why I don't really like to dive. It's pretty projected of where you're going to dive to.
Enemy located!
Allied forces are taking objective Charlie 2.
And as you can see, most of my settings are pretty default. My controls are pretty default, so I don't play claw. I just play regular,
Smoke barrage ready.
and I still feel like an effective player.
Blinding them!
You can let me know in the comments if I'm actually effective or not, but yeah. My shots were a little bit whiffing in there, and that's how I choked.
Vehicle drop to target location.
So, as you can see at the top, there's 79 more players on the enemy team.
Down!
77 now. And basically, I'm just trying to be preemptive about what I need to do. I saw my team, or my teammate was shooting behind me, so I would need sure to go behind cover. Every single time I go around corners, I try to jump or try to change my movement so I can be harder to hit. I know I won't be able to take with this fight, so I just throw heal up.
That's a wrap!
That was a bad timing on my part.
The final line of defense. Hold it at all costs.
So I see both C1 and C2 are being contested,
There's nowhere to retreat to.
and there's 53 of them left.
Light show!
So this is a good time for me to try to find a way to win and solidify our chances of winning.
Charlie 2. Moving on.
Lightning drone out!
Allied forces are attacking objective Charlie 1. Send reinforcements to the objective. The enemy is faltering.
I hear
It's
someone over
our
there, but I
chance to
really don't
keep
know for
attacking.
sure, so just throw it where the cover
Target
is.
down!
See, I try to stay close to the building
Allied
as much as
forces are
possible.
attacking objective Charlie 1. Send reinforcements to the objective.
Thank you!
I got good squad mates, so I was able to get up as soon as possible.
Decoding enemy signals! Hostiles detected!
So I sent my flash out.
Enemy located! Strategic beacon ready.
And a lot of people don't like, a lot of content creators don't like Hackclaw when it comes to warfare. She's more suited for operation, but the reason why I like Hackclaw is because of her kit. She does have a knife
Stand
that
your ground,
insta-kills,
defend
one-shots
at all
people
costs.
when you're out of ammo. So I was able to get those 5 kills in a row with a knife and a mag and a half.
Secure our last sector, whatever it takes.
So I see that they have 8 left and they're trying to capture C2. So I have to rush as soon as possible to get to C1 and place, as you can see in the bottom left of my UI, you see that I have the availability to a strategic respawn beacon. So that's where I can flood,
Strategic
or my
beacon deployed.
teammates can flood a C1 from a safe distance, but as close as possible.
Watch out for the flash!
As you can see, my score is going up and up and up just because of that strategic beacon.
Attention, objective Charlie 2 is now under enemy control. Find the opportunity to take it back. Guided missiles launched. Allied forces have taken objective Charlie 1, ready to fight back.
And my score is still going up. It's crazy.
Allied forces are attacking objective Charlie 2. Send reinforcements to the objective.
My teammate died, so
Decoding the
I have to
signal!
push.
Roger that. Artillery barrage incoming.
Keep your eyes wide open!
That was a bad flash on my part. Trying to use cover as much as possible. Checking behind me, see everything's right. There's 20 seconds left, so just waiting.
Help!
Stand your ground. Defend at all costs.
I feel like
Push
better.
the enemy back. Hold the line and stand your
Now I'm
ground.
just trying to get as many kills as possible, just to round out my score.
Smoke barrage ready. Flash out!
Another flash.
We've held the line and the sector is secure.
And that's the
Operation
finish.
complete.
So
Well
if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and if you want to know the gun build, you'll find the link. You'll find the link in the description. Just go to loadouts and or go to your loadouts and then pick builds, and then press import, and then you should copy the link and be able to put into